How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys my long overdue review of the Auralee collaboration with New Balance on the 550 in this Ecru and Pistachio colorway. So this pair actually dropped during the summer of 2021, but I recently grabbed these and added it to my collection. They retailed for a price of 19,800 yen, which is the equivalent to roughly 175 US dollars or 220 Canadian dollars. And the official colorway for this shoe is Ecru and Pistachio. Before we go on any further, today's video is sponsored by the good people from Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find with Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below. You'll see they sell 4 different insole options, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, whether that's for a pair of winter boots or for sneakers, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for everybody. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and I honestly stand by their products. They truly are very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So Auralee, for those who haven't heard of them before, is a Japanese fashion label, and like I said in the beginning of the video, they collaborated with New Balance sometime around July of last year. So safe to say this was a pretty limited release, and since its dropped last year, the prices on the secondary market for this pair has absolutely skyrocketed. And if you're wondering what's all the hype surrounding the shoe about, well honestly, it's all in the materials. Before we go on any further though, I want to give you guys a quick look at the box. So unfortunately, this comes in a regular gray colored cardboard New Balance box. There's no special Auralee branding surrounding it, nothing special about this box at all. So we just have the New Balance logo on the top and on the side of the box. And there's also the label here, of course, which has a style code, which is BB550AR. So diving into the details of this shoe, the entire upper and basically the entire shoe is done in this vintage looking off-white cream color. I'm gonna tell you guys though, straight off the bat, this might be the best quality leather I've seen on a New Balance shoe. So you can see here on the toe box, it has this perforated finish to it, and then we have this asymmetrical overlay on the edges, which is just like all your other New Balance 550s. But I gotta say, the quality of this leather is very, very nice. It has a bit of a shiny finish to it, and my first impression was that it kind of reminds me of the leather you'll find on high-end fashion bags. So I know I reviewed the Rich Paul 550s a couple months ago, and I was very impressed with the quality of that leather. But comparing the two, I gotta give the edge in quality to this pair. It has a bit of a softer feel to it. It does feel a little bit thinner compared to the Rich Pauls. And again, I'm not a leather expert. I'm just going by my personal opinion and feel, but the quality of this leather does feel a little bit more higher end compared to the Rich Pauls. Moving downwards on the lateral side, we have this 550 branding, and then this panel of leather is perforated on the bottom. Moving downwards, we have more of that smooth leather, and then we have this cutout in the middle, which reveals a New Balance end logo, and the piece that makes up this end is actually constructed out of that same leather. Moving downwards, the panels here are also constructed out of that same soft leather. We have this large overlay on the heel, and on the top, we have New Balance branding stamped on in this black colored finish. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this TPU heel clip, which is constructed out of a darker shade of cream. This gives you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. And then turning our attention back to the front, so right before the laces, we have this small hit of white colored netting, and then as for the laces themselves, these only come with one pair of laces, and they're just your standard flat style lace done in this matching cream color. Underneath this, to add to the whole minimalistic feel of the shoe, we have a thin leather tongue constructed out of that same leather that's found on the rest of the shoe. And unlike your normal 550s where there's a tag on the top, they've completely ditched that, giving it more of a clean look. As for the insoles, these come with that same ortholite insole, which is double stacked on the heel and very well padded. So the top layer is just your standard ortholite foam. We have Auralee branding on the left foot, and then there's a secondary layer of foam covering the back half of the insole, which gives you a ton of cushioning underneath your feet. So the upper of the 550 sits atop this rubber cupsole, which is painted in a slightly darker shade of cream. On the lateral side, we have both the New Balance logo and the New Balance word mark, and if I flip the shoe over to the medial side, you'll see there's an exposed foam wedge in the middle. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is just your standard 550 outsole. This is completely constructed out of rubber. We have a circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with the New Balance word mark running down the bottom. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these 550s. And for those wondering how these fit, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and usually for the 550, I'm able to go a half size down to a 9.5. I know in recent GRs, for example, the UNCs and the Syracuse 550s, because of the stiffer leather, I felt like true to size fit me much better. But for past releases like for example, the ALD 550s, the Rich Paul 550s, and now these, 9.5 or half size down fits me great. Just to give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, the 990 V3, V4, V5, the 998, and the 1700. And in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 997, the 990 V2 because of its more narrow toe box, most of my 991s, the 1500, and the 2002R. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty much like all your other 550s, of course other than the fact that the leather on the upper is super soft and it feels broken in already straight out of the box. Unlike the GR 550s where the leather is very stiff and hard, these ones in contrast has a very soft feel to it. It almost feels like the leather is molding to your feet, so in that respect you don't really have to break these in that much. And likewise, the underfoot feeling of this shoe feels identical. We have that super stacked ortholite insole, which is where the majority of the underfoot feeling is coming from. So this is more of a heavier shoe, and it kind of has a feel of like, for example, an Air Force One in that it's kind of chunky and kind of heavy, but the underfoot feeling of these is definitely much softer and there's much more cushioning compared to your standard Air Force One. Last but not least, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so I really don't have to touch upon the quality of the materials. You guys already know this leather is absolutely amazing. It really feels like a designer handbag, for example, and it has a bit of a shine to it. It feels a little bit thin and delicate, but it really feels like it's high quality. And in terms of the overall build and the craftsmanship, I really didn't notice any flaws at all with my pair, except there's a little red marking on the midsole area on the medial side, but that was pretty minor. Aside from that, I couldn't really identify anything that I was unhappy with. So for a made in China New Balance shoe, this pair absolutely knocked it out of the park. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. To someone that's not too familiar with New Balance shoes, they might just look at this and be kind of underwhelmed, and it's totally understandable because at the end of the day, this is a pretty simple New Balance 550. It's all done in one color, they've stripped down the branding, and if you weren't familiar with this collab, you wouldn't even know that's an Auralee collab unless you looked at the insole. But that's part of the beauty. I feel like sometimes less is more, and it's one of those if you know sort of collaborations. And the fact that this is some of the finest quality leathers I've seen produced from some of the big brands is all the reason I need to want to add these to my collection. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Auralee New Balance 550 in this Ecru and Pistachio colorway. What are your overall thoughts on this pair and the colorway? And are you a fan of this more minimalistic take on this shoe? Or you prefer your collabs to have a bit more branding and to be a bit more in your face? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on my Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. Before I end this video, another huge shout out goes out to the sponsor for today's video, so be sure to check out Heffelux, their links are down below. Thank you everyone for watching, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.